Buckeyes Now on Sports Illustrated previewing. Let's try to spit that out. The Ohio State Maryland game here this afternoon. High noon kickoff at the Shoe in Columbus. It is homecoming day for the Buckeyes, and Ohio State is trying to win a fourth consecutive game to go into the bye with a 5-1 record. Tommy Zagorski alongside. I'm Brendan Gulick. This is what to watch for as the Buckeyes and Terps get ready. And we are closing in just a few hours away now from kickoff. Coach, give us your thoughts. A couple things you want to see specifically from the Buckeyes first. What are you most looking forward to watching?
Right out of the gate, got to protect C.J. Stroud. This team's 18 sacks going into this game. I think they're tied with Michigan State for the most sacks in the conference right now. So they're going to try different ways to get to the quarterback. I think if the Buckeye offensive line can let C.J. set his feet and throw early, they're going to have a lot of success from that standpoint. And the other way to always protect the quarterback, which I say every single week, is run the football with a generational running back like Trayvion Henderson. I know last night you predicted that it was going to be more of a pedestrian day for him. I'll take 6.7 yards a carry and let him run against this Maryland defense and give the Buckeyes an opportunity to kind of set their pads early and give the homecoming fans something fun to watch.
Let's qualify that. I did say pedestrian, but I said that it would be pedestrian for him, which might look like 5.5 to 6 yards per carry, which every college football team in America would love that from their starting running back. I say that because Henderson at 9.4 yards per carry through his first 5 career collegiate games is completely bananas. I expect
Jackson in Tecmo Super Bowl right now.
He really is. Yeah, he really is. One thing I'm looking forward to watching tomorrow is, and I say this somewhat tongue-in-cheek, will Taulia Tagovailoa throw the ball to his own team? I mean, 7 interceptions last week, 5 of them were on his line. That ain't going to get it done, and it's certainly not going to get it done when you're on the road at Ohio Stadium. If you're going to beat the Buckeyes, you got to play a nearly perfect game. These teams didn't play last year because of the COVID cancellation, so there's a little bit less familiarity. Taulia, in particular, has not played against the Buckeyes because 2 years ago he wasn't on the roster yet. Obviously, everybody in Ohio State fandom knows and remembers what happened in 2018 when they were sweating bullets down to the very end of a game of a 52-51 win over in College Park. If Taulia Tagovailoa and Mike Loxley's team are going to pull off a minor miracle on Saturday, they cannot afford to turn the ball over. And considering Ohio State has had 3 consecutive weeks with a pick 6, and they've had 4 total defensive touchdowns on the year, I am very interested to watch the turnover margin tomorrow.
Absolutely. I mean, that's going to be crucial in this game. And one of the interesting stats you look at since Maryland's joined at the Big Ten, they're 1-41 against ranked opponents. 1-41 against ranked opponents. I think our friends at the Columbus Dispatch brought that up earlier this week. And one of the things that's unique about that, the only team they beat was Texas, and that was Texas during 9th in the country in an opening game at the beginning of the season. And that Texas team did not fare very well as being a top 25 type team. So you'll see this team tomorrow kind of figure themselves out. And really, there's a lot of kids in that locker room tomorrow that as they walk into Ohio Stadium, they're going to look around and go, are we for real or not? And this is going to be a big test for Mike Loxley, how much he's going to have to coach these guys up going down the stretch, and whether or not they have the ability to be an impact team in the Big Ten.
How about on the defensive side of the ball for the Buckeyes? Anyone in particular that you really have your eye locked on tomorrow?
Zach Harrison. I love Zach Harrison. I got to meet Zach when he was a kid in high school. I never got a chance to really recruit him because he was not going to come to the institutions I was at. But I look at Zach, and I'm waiting to see that moment, that why everyone in America flocked to Columbus, Ohio to recruit him. I want to see him have that big game, that coming out game where he just goes and dominates and really allows himself to have, some really, really special days, from that standpoint. And I'm going to keep watching the continuation of Jack Sawyer and really JTT, to watch the two of them continue to develop, to continue to grow. It's a lot of fun to see from that standpoint. And then also can Ronnie Hickman, continue to be dominant in space and continue to tackle in space and continue to play as well as he has. I know I mentioned half the defense there, but those are going to be the guys I'm going to be watching tomorrow to hopefully see really stand out for the Buckeyes.
Ohio State and Maryland will kick off at 12 noon at the Horseshoe in Columbus. Games on national TV on Fox. The Buckeyes, they have played well against Maryland all time. It's a fairly brief series history, but in the 6 prior meetings, they have won all 6. And frankly, the last time they played was perhaps the biggest lopsided win when Ohio State hung 70 on Maryland in a massive win. If you're interested in our full preview and our prediction for this game, you could check out last night's podcast. It's here on our YouTube channel, also available wherever you like to consume your favorite podcasts. But, well, the teaser is that we both predicted a fairly substantial Ohio State win with 50-plus points. So if you want any more than that, you know where to find it. BuckeyesNow.com for all the latest. We've got a ton of coverage planned today. I know we've said tomorrow a couple times. We're shooting this the night before, but I promise you, you're not lost in a time warp. The game is happening today as you see this now on YouTube. And we've got a boatload of coverage planned, including an instant analysis live post-game show from the shoe. We want your questions. We want your comments. We want your involvement. Please join us after the game is over. For Tommy Zagorski, I'm Brendan Gulick. Buckeyes and Terps kicking off at 12 noon. See you in a bit.